Recent documents related to Jeffrey Epstein have unveiled the complexities of his relationship with Sarah Ferguson, the former Duchess of York. Royal experts suggest that Ferguson is no longer the person she once was, as these files reveal not only the depth of their friendship but also troubling financial exchanges. Ferguson has previously acknowledged accepting £15,000 from Epstein in 2011 to help settle her debts, but the newly released documents indicate that the total amount may be significantly higher. They also show that she sought Epstein's financial advice, raising questions about her financial management. Ingrid Seward, a royal author who has known Ferguson for over 4 decades, expressed her lack of surprise regarding Ferguson's financial dealings, attributing them to her extravagant lifestyle. Seward described Ferguson as having a massively endearing personality but lamented that her negative traits, such as greed and impulsiveness, have overshadowed her positive qualities. Seward noted, "It's almost like a shopaholic." She recalled how Royal Lodge, where Ferguson spent much of the pandemic with her ex-husband, Prince Andrew, was filled with lavish flower arrangements, highlighting the costs associated with such a lifestyle. "During COVID, we saw a lot of Royal Lodge, and I thought, good heavens, every room has got massive flower arrangements," she remarked. Ferguson also engaged with her audience during the pandemic through a YouTube series titled Storytime with Fergie and Friends, where she read children's books. However, her financial troubles have persisted, as evidenced by her past admission to the Evening Standard in 2011, where she called borrowing money from Epstein a gigantic error of judgment. She vowed to repay the money and sever ties with him. The Epstein Files, recently released by the U.S. Department of Justice, include messages where Epstein discussed Ferguson's financial situation with another businessman. One message suggested that she was in the Middle East, with concerns that she might be surrounded by individuals who could exploit her vulnerabilities. In another email exchange, Ferguson referred to Epstein as a true friend and solicited his advice regarding a £10 million offer aimed at alleviating her debts. Seward speculated that Ferguson's financial issues may stem from deep-seated insecurities, stating, "She's so insecure, which is probably at the root of many of her behaviors." Seward elaborated on this point, explaining that compulsive spending often arises from insecurity and a disconnect from reality. Most people would look at the label and say, "My God, that's £19,000, or whatever it is," and wouldn't dream of buying it, but she would buy it, she noted. Despite the changes in Ferguson, Seward believes that the essence of the woman she once knew still exists beneath the surface. She suggested that Ferguson's insecurities may be linked to her tumultuous relationship with her mother, Susan Barantes, who left the family when Ferguson was a teenager. "There is something missing in her personality," Seward remarked. In a poignant Facebook post in September 2024, Ferguson honored her mother on the 26th anniversary of her death, describing her as a much-loved person who was far too young to be taken from us. She reflected on her mother's zest for life and the lessons she imparted, emphasizing the importance of kindness and valuing each day. "I miss her greatly," Ferguson concluded.